These groomers must be stopped. So we have this teacher right here. She's a trans non-binary elementary teacher. Says 3-year-olds are old enough to learn about gender identity, sexual orientation, and pronouns. These are the people teaching your kids. Let's get into it.
I'm a queer teacher, and I 1000% do not support this bill. And yes, I do know what's in it. The bill in itself is just another way to stigmatize the LGBTQ plus community.
No, it's not. And shout out to Governor DeSantis for standing up and saving the kids. Because Governor DeSantis passed a bill in the state of Florida that stated that teachers are not allowed to talk about sexuality, their orientation, and their pronouns. And people that are part of the LGBT plus community, the flag community, are upset that they're not allowed to groom these children anymore. They are triggered. And they absolutely think that it's appropriate for them to talk about their sexuality to 3-year-old children. We need to save the kids. You need to homeschool your kids. If you're watching this video right now, please take your kids out of the public school system, because the public school system is only going to continue to hire people like this.
Kids as young as 3 and 4 are actually aware of their gender identity, even if they don't have the language for it.
What? No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
She just said that 3-year-olds are capable of knowing their gender identity. So you're trying to tell me that a 3-year-old is at the mental capacity to be able to know their sexual orientation. So you are sexualizing a 3-year-old child. I thought teaching was about teaching kids about reading, writing, mathematics, science. But instead of actually teaching and doing your job like you're supposed to do, like you were hired for, you are brainwashing, you are grooming, you are indoctrinating these kids into your mind. You want them to think like you. You want them to be like you. You want them to accept you, but it's not about you. And that's what these groomers don't understand. It's not about you. It's about the kids. They come here for an education, not to hear about your sexuality. They don't care.
Also very aware of who they like and who they don't like. Heterosexuality is pushed on our kids on a daily basis at a very young age. Media, through books. The first Disney movie that you saw. To say that pre-K through 3rd grade are not ready for such topics is actually internalized homophobia and transphobia.
Internalized homophobia and transphobia. So you are that down bad that you're going to try to justify you grooming a child and talking about your sexuality because a Disney movie in the society pushes heterosexuality. So society just shoves heterosexuality down your throat. That's the difference. You guys shove it down people's throats. You guys cancel people when they don't accept your lifestyle. You guys try to shun people. You guys try to blackball people when they don't accept you. But heterosexual people, they don't. We don't beg for acceptance. We don't be like, oh, accept me. Call me by my pronouns. We don't do that. This is why I get predatory vibes from this. Because when you are so focused on telling 3-year-old children about your sexuality, I don't feel comfortable with you being with my kids. Why would I feel comfortable sending my kids to your classroom, sending my kids to your school, when all you care about is telling them about your sexuality and not actually teaching them? This is sickening. This is sick. But people like this aren't getting canceled.
They're very much ready for these topics and are way more accepting than adults when it comes to discussing these topics.
That's because they're children. They don't care. They don't know what you're talking about. Of course they're going to be accepting to it because they look up to you as a leader. They look up to you as somebody they can trust. And you are exploiting kids because they don't know the difference between right and wrong. They don't know their personal feeling between right and wrong because they're not at the ability to understand that type of stuff. Did you understand sexuality at the age of 3 and 4? Does anybody watching this video right now understand sexuality and gay and heterosexuality at the age of 3 or 4? Did you? I don't think so. So why are you trying to push it on these young kids? Sicko.
We can talk about gender assumptions, pronouns, all the things. And it is child development appropriate and age appropriate.
What?
It's literally created as just another means to other queer people. Basically say that us existing is not normal.
Nobody ever said that. You are putting words in our mouths. You see, what's wrong with this is you force your agenda, you force your lifestyle on people, and then when the people don't accept you for who you are, then you try to cancel them. Then you try to shun them. Then you try to get them canceled. You try to get them lose their job and their livelihood. That's the problem with this. Why do you care about being accepted so much? You are accepted by your community. You are accepted by the people that love you. Why do you want everybody else in the whole world to accept you? Not everybody's going to accept you for who you are. There's not even people that are heterosexual that you're always going to have haters. I don't understand this. You want little kids to accept you? They don't know you. They really don't care. They don't care about your sexuality. How else do I have to tell you?
Hi, I'm a queer teacher.
And something cool about me, Miss Hammond? All right. So something that's really cool and unique about who I am is that I am transgender. So we touched a little bit about that at the beginning of this week in the book that Miss Hammond read, but I'm going to give you my explanation about what it means to be transgender as well. So when babies are born, the doctor looks at them and they make a guess about whether the baby is a boy or a girl based on what they look like. And most of the...
So we have a first grade teacher records an identity share Zoom call with K2 grades where he spoke about being trans. When babies are born, the doctor looks and makes a guess on whether the baby is a boy or a girl. Sometimes the doctor is wrong. So now you're trying to say science is wrong, biology is wrong, logic is wrong, but the way I feel is facts. If they are right, the baby is cisgender. Let's get into it.
Something cool about me, Miss Hammond? All right. So something that's really cool and unique about who I am is that I am transgender. So we touched a little bit about that at the beginning of this week in the book that Miss Hammond read, but I'm going to give you my explanation about what it means to be transgender as well. So when babies are born, the doctor looks at them and they make a guess about whether the baby is a boy or a girl.
It's not a guess. It's scientifical facts. It's biological facts. Doctors haven't been guessing if the whole human race is a boy or girl for, since the world has been a thing. Are you serious? And these are the people that are teaching your kids. So now they're going to, instead of, give the kids the facts, they're just going to be like, okay, well, I know 2 + 2 was 4. And that's how math goes, addition. But to me, I think 2 + 2 is 6. Let me explain why. That's just dumb.
Based on what they look like. And most of the time, that guess is 100% correct. There are no issues whatsoever. But sometimes the doctor is wrong. The doctor makes an incorrect guess. When the doctor makes a correct guess, that's when a person is called cisgender.
No. When a doctor makes a correct guess, that means that it is a male or female. I mean, that's it. There's only 2 genders. That's not what it's called. Maybe to you, but scientifically, by the book, biologically, that's not what it's called. It's not called cisgender. And this is the problem right here. These people don't pay attention to facts. They pay attention to how they feel. That's why there's over 600 genders. That's why there's non-binary. That's why there's trans women. That's why there's trans men. No, it's either you are a man or you are a female. But people are scared to talk about this. But I'm not.
When a doctor's guess is wrong, that's when they are transgender. So...
Okay. So you're trying to tell me when a doctor is right, the baby is cisgendered, but then when the doctor is wrong, that means it is transgender. Wow. That's crazy, man. I had no idea that's how it works.
I'm a man, but when I was a baby, the doctors told my parents I was a girl. And so my parents gave me a name that girls typically have and bought me clothes that girls typically wear. And something cool about me, Miss Hammond?
The crazy thing is, why aren't people talking about the mental illness aspect of this? Like, why aren't these people not classified as mentally ill? Are people scared to talk about that? Because you just don't become, transgender or like wanting to be a woman or a man. You feel like you're born in the wrong body. There is a bunch of events, emotional damage, traumatic events that leads up to those feelings. You don't just want to be trans out of like that. That's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? There has to be something that happens to these people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them need help. So a lot of these people get lost in their sexuality and in sexual deviant behavior because they need help. They're broken people. They're broken spiritually. They're broken emotionally, but nobody wants to talk about that. People just think that these people are happy. And I'm not saying that some of these people are not happy, but what I'm trying to say is we need to start talking about the mental illness aspect of this because these people need help. And I'm not saying this to make fun of these people. I'm saying it to bring light to the situation. Because a lot of these people in this community need a lot of help. I'm just going to keep it real with you, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. This is a very serious video, man. And I'm not going to stop talking about this. And I have risked a lot of things when it comes to this channel. I actually lost my YouTube partnership because I talk about topics like this, man. So if you guys want to support me, hit me on PayPal, Cash App. All those links will be in the description box below. I even have a Patreon. I'm also on Odyssey. If you guys want to watch my videos on there as well, you can support me on there. But I really appreciate all you guys' support. I appreciate everybody that watches the video from start to end, that leaves a comment, likes, and shares the video, man. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out. Peace.